back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl, SharonAde and Moti Day. I'm back with another episode, guys. And this episode, I'm so excited because obviously, Tio, you've been here before. But I'm so excited because Princess is here. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
It's me, Titi Trappy. Because my name is actually T. Well, last time I said Titi Trappy, I'm just joking. It's just my name is T. So I'm back again. Happy to be back. Yeah.
Princess or Chanel. I don't really know which one I'm feeling today. Maybe Princess Chanel, whichever one comes out. It's been ages.
It's been so long.
Like,
when I saw her today, I was like, Happy New Year, Happy Easter, Happy
birthday.
Summer,
Like everything has
happy
been missed.
everything. Because I ain't seen this girl in a hot minute. I know we live close to each other.
Wow.
Same town.
But like, I think it's just life, adulting.
Yeah.
We always make plans to like meet each other, but
Then something happens.
the
Then
plans
clash.
never just plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you guys? How are you guys doing today?
Brand, excited, cold. Well, actually not cold. The sun is out today.
The sun
so
is out,
It's
guys.
so windy.
The
So
wind was
windy.
annoying me. It was really annoying me.
I
but
look, you want the sun to go back in.
The sun? Why?
No.
Because summer's not here.
Do I look so married?
Oh,
Do you know, I saw a post saying, forget summer body, and I hear it. I'm actually so
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I'm so here for it.
Like,
100%,
I'm sorry.
Forget it.
No.
Take me as I am.
Like this.
Accept me as I am.
To be honest, play with my belly at this point. I know, because at this point, like, I think they said summer's like 95 days now.
Yeah.
Or something away, yeah.
It started from 100. I saw the 100 days. I was
I
like,
saw the
yeah,
100
forget
days,
it.
and the days have just been going.
Going.
Because, yesterday, right, I came back home, and I was like to my brother, I want a caramel frappuccino. He goes, if you take me, I'll buy it. I don't know why I found myself in McDonald's drive-thru.
Wow.
And it's God is great. God is great. God is great. So, yeah. Anything you guys want to talk about before we get into it?
How have you been? College? Are you in your final year?
No, one more year left.
One more year left.
Yeah.
I'm in my final year.
How's final year treating you?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, fine. I'm actually calm. Like, I'm not stressed. It's the peace of God, honestly. That's literally how I can explain it. I'm not really too stressed. Do I have a plan when I graduate? Not necessarily, but don't worry. With God, there's a way. Right?
I love that.
I'm just cruising, like, doing what I can. And, yeah, I don't mind.
I love that. How's placement? Oh, my God.
No, now I'm in class. Like
Okay.
class. But work. Like, I literally just work and go to uni. Like, let's say, on an odd day, I'll travel. Like, do you know what I mean? But, like, I'm never
You
at
travel
home.
a lot, though.
I do, but, like, that's my, like, sense of sanity,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like, Monday to Wednesday, I have college. Wednesday to Sunday, I work.
And I saw a post on TikTok, and it was like, and she was like, she's 21, but she feels like she's grown so old. And I feel like that as well. Like, I don't go outside.
That's the thing. I've been trying to be more present and in my age. Because I'm only going to be 21 for so long. Very soon, I'm going to be 30.
Right.
Scary. And someone will be calling me mommy. Please, I'm not a mommy. I'm just a baby. So I'm trying to be so present in my age and in the time, the days, and the months. Because obviously, I'm going to graduate soon. School is no longer going to be part of my life. I'm going to be working. We're probably doing a 9 to 5. Things are going to change. So let me be present right now.
You know what I realized, like, this week? Today's Wednesday, and last week I struggled to like be present. Like, it's a bad thing. Like, I'm constantly thinking of, okay, next week I need to do X, Y, and Z. Next month I have to have so and so. Like, next year I have to have this and that. So I mean, so like, I don't know where I was, but I was like, I can't like deep that this is actually happening. Like, this is real. Do you know what I mean? It's when I look back on the snaps like a year ago, I'll be like, oh, I was actually there. That's bad.
And it's really, really bad.
Yeah,
It's really,
no,
really
it
bad.
is. It's
Yeah, no, I hear
terrible.
you completely. Because I think we even spoke about this last time as well, that I'm really bad for that. I'm notorious for it. I'm always thinking, like, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
And I feel like the worst thing is when you actually leave school, because now you're like, you have to grow up. Do you know what I mean?
Finished,
I
isn't
feel
it?
like there's what?
You're finished, isn't it?
Yeah. School gives you comfort.
It
It gives you something to
does.
hide underneath. But then, like, now, like, you finish school, it's like, what are you actually doing with your life?
yeah.
And then you always have to, like, try and make something of your life.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because then the questions are going to be coming. So what are you doing now? Where are you working? It's just
Girl.
like, leave me alone. When I have something to tell you, I'll let you know.
Because you remember, like, I hadn't been in church for a minute. And then, when I came back to church, like, last year. And do you know the peace of mind I went into church knowing that whenever aunties asked me what was happening, I had an answer. But it was just like, what if I didn't have an answer? Should I now feel bad about that?
Do you know
Because
what I
that's
mean?
also, like, do you know?
What if my answer is I'm figuring it out right now?
Yeah,
Where
'cause,
do
like,
we go from there?
No, because
Freelancing.
back then I was really thinking of going full-time content creation, but I knew I couldn't give them that answer. They're
You know,
going to be like,
they'll
what?
be like, what?
And your studies as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Content what? Like,
But-
no. I even started a business. Started a waxing business. The wax boudoir, hopefully somewhere down here, which I've been procrastinating for like a while. And I always had this thing in my mind, like, oh, okay, when I graduate and when I have a job, when I can invest, But look, time is going.
There's no such thing as a right time.
There's never a right time.
Yeah.
And like, even though I'm happy I started it now, if I started it 2 years ago, it might not have been how it is now. I'm happy that I did start it. Like humble beginnings. I'm happy with where I'm starting off right now, and it's been so successful. All glory to God, honestly. And I'm happy I started it because it's something different, something away from education, away from I don't know, just life.
I was literally thinking about it today, even as I was getting ready. I was like, imagine if I didn't have a passion.
Exactly.
What would I do? I would
What
literally
you
just
be
be like
doing?
9 to 5. Do you know how depressing that is? And I feel like I'm even at the stage. Money doesn't motivate me.
No, never did, to be honest.
Yeah, so like obviously it's good to have money, but it doesn't really motivate me. I don't think I don't really give a heck. Like
What motivates you then?
what motivates me? I feel like I want to be at a point where I can do what I want to do freely. This has been something I've thought about for like 2 years now, but there was a certain way I wanted to do it. And if I want to be so financially free that whatever I want, I can do it freely.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's just freedom to do what I want to do. But then I understand that like before there comes a season where you have to work for that freedom.
Yeah.
So I think that for me, that's what motivates me anyway to keep
Yeah.
going. And plus, I want to build a house for my mama. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and I think I'm always like, oh, I don't want her to be like in a like walking stick before she enjoys these things. So I'm like, oh, like,
Small,
let me
Start now.
let me start now.
That's the thing. Is for
Yeah.
our parents, like honestly, everything.
And
goes
for
back
my
to them.
children.
And for my children as
Yeah.
well. But for them, like right now, like my degree, like obviously, because parents, they say I live for my kids, which I think is so wrong to just live for your kids.
Yeah, don't live
But
for
right now,
your
I'm only in school for my parents. Like that certificate is for them. Like all the support they give me, the hard work, even moving here, everything. I'm just like, this is something I can show to appreciate what you've done for me.
What are you studying? If you don't mind me?
Computational social science. So it's like information IT versus social science, media. It's a very new course, but it's kind of like tech, but not tech. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I do right now.
I love that. So
But yeah.
what motivates you?
Oh, wait,
What motivates me? Hey, English.
Motivates me. I think like I hear the word you're saying, like, being at that stage in your life motivates you, like you want to be there, like financially free, like you want to be able to do things you like want to do without having to think, oh, what if I don't have this, what if I don't have that. But I feel like on the side as well, it's like the money does play a factor as well, but I won't say it motivates me as well, but like I don't know, but then again I'm working in a field that I actually genuinely like enjoy. So aside from the money, like it's like, okay, I'm going to see this residence or that service user and I'm gonna do that, like I'm actually excited to do like the things I need to do. Do you know what I mean? So like the money's there, I'm happy,
Of
but
course.
like I miss the kids, or like I miss a residence, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh, I like that because it's so
Yeah,
refreshing
that's
to someone actually likes what they do.
I was gonna say, like, bro, like I hate saying I hate my course because my words are powerful. Do you know what I mean? But I don't enjoy school. I've never enjoyed school.
Really?
Like no, like but obviously, what would I do from 16 to 21? Nothing. So I have to be in school. And like even like graduating and getting a job, like getting a job in my field is not something that I necessarily aspire to have. If it was up to me, I'd love to wax full time, be an esthetician.
Girl.
I'd even like to go back to school and be a doctor. If I had known like now, I'd go back and do medicine, be a dermatologist, some things I want to do, but I'm stuck here now with a degree after 4 years. So what can I do?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I always say like I was the most depressed when I was the most rich. I had so much money, but I was so sad. So
When was this?
This was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah.
That's when you were working.
When I was working.
Oh, I was even so happy.
Yeah, when I was
like there's a
working.
point that like you want to see your friends when they're working. I didn't want to see her because she was nice. So Tito, I need
You're
Kimpa.
not serious.
She ordered Kimpa to my house. I was like, girl, you go work.
That's the thing. I had so much money, but was I the happiest? No. But obviously, money is good because I wanted to travel. I can't travel on my thoughts or happiness. I need money to actually travel.
Was that when we went on holidays?
Just before.
Oh,
Yeah, just
that was a
before.
good time.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Went to Marbella. That's when you went to Marbella.
2021.
Marbella.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah, 2 years ago.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
Not really, but it was a good time.
Yeah. It's scary, but
It was a humbling time. Like, ask me why now. We went back to the strip the next day and people knew my name.
you can't go back to my bed again.
Can't go back.
Can't go back.
Even Mirage. They knew us, so.
Bro, for so long, the smell of men's perfume just scared me. I
Yeah,
can't
because
remember.
I think I remember you guys
that's
posting.
Yeah, that
Smell.
smell. No, but anyways.
And I think the Grey Goose. Is it Grey Goose that they drink there?
Bro.
Yeah.
That big drink. Ugh, I cannot
long
see it
white
again.
Yeah,
I
I
can
cannot
never see it again.
No,
We
no,
thank
no,
God
no,
for
no.
refinement, though.
Thank
you
you,
know.
Lord.
Man.
Thank you, Lord.
Anyway,
Maybe new in Christ.
What?
So I'm new in Christ.
we're new in Christ, though. Guys, today
Drum roll.
we haven't had post. Yeah, we haven't had posted in like I think the last 2 episodes.
Oh, really?
So this is the first time we're having it again.
Nice.
Okay, so today, guys, hey guys, I have a reoccurring issue. This is so weird with people in front of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's about to get like,
the
Anyway.
pressure.
Hey guys, so I have a reoccurring issue. Anytime I find myself talking to a guy, they often tell me I present a lot of masculine traits. And I don't allow myself to feel or show emotion, and I don't allow them to help me. My friend said this could be my daddy issues. I don't understand what I should do or how I should like move on from it. Help.
Sigh.
I'm gonna let you guys talk on this one
Sigh.
because
Maybe she said she presents masculine
energy.
Is it her daddy issue? First of all, what's daddy issues?
Right.
What is daddy issues?
That's their definition.
I feel like I think it portrays itself in very different
ways.
aspects.
Yeah.
Very, very different because like daddy issues can look like someone being very attached, like, you know, the way she said she attracts herself to like a certain type of man,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
man. But then it could also be the girls that don't really like men too tough, you know what I mean? So I feel like it really like varies on how it shows up.
Yeah.
I feel like the masculine traits could be hyper independence. Like I was reading something, and the thing of like, you know, having an absent father, like you kind of want to like be that person, like play that role. So like I have to do this for myself. I have to do that for myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to worry my mom. Like I want to like take us like one less responsibility. So for a guy, I feel like they want to show like they're up there, like, you know, they're that alpha type thing. And as a woman, you're coming up to him like, no, I'll get that. Like, don't pay for that. I'll do that by myself. And it's kind of like, I want to spoil you. So it's a bit like, where is like the balance type thing?
Yeah.
Where's the
And I think it also comes in like not respecting men. And my friend and I had a conversation recently, and there was this guy, and it was like a podcast thing, and I think he was talking about like respect and how that was his non-negotiable in a thing. It had to be respect. And I must have been like, I was looking at the guy. I was just like, "What's wrong with you?" Of all the things to say, it's respect. Because generally, I was just like, of all the things you could really say that's a non-negotiable. Because I was just like, is respect not like at the core of any relationship?
Yeah.
If I don't respect my friends, they're not going to want to be friends with me. So like, is that not at the thing? But then I think we're now deep there, and we're just like, rah. A lot of us really don't respect men.
No.
But then like I think Chanel said it comes to like home, like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I think with that guy, any guy that you like, I don't know. I don't have to think too much to respect a man. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you deem my respect, I'll give it to you. So if she's not respecting you, then you're not the man that she wants to be with, or you're not the man that she needs her to be with. That's just the honest truth. Like, if you present yourself as, I hate the word alpha male, but like an alpha male or someone that has I don't know, dominant or a leader, protector, then I will respect you. But if you're not acting like how a man should
In a
act,
certain way though, because
I was
some of
just
them
about to
come.
say, I was
Obviously,
just
that's
about to
it's a very
say,
thin
I
line.
feel like
It's a
men
very
think,
thin
men
line.
think being an alpha male is coming in and shouting.
Yeah.
No. Have you, like, you know, there's some people that walk into the room, right? They don't utter a word, but they command so much presence.
Yeah.
That for me, that's a man.
Yeah.
You don't need to come and say,
Yeah,
respect
you
me.
shout, you get
And I feel
tattoos
like,
on your forehead.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm an alpha male, bow before me, like, please.
Be for real. Be for real. Be for real. No, honestly, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the daddy issues, like I feel like because
Wait, before we get in.
Okay, go on.
No, this is just us being honest. Do you guys think you have daddy issues? Or I've had, or I've healed, whatever.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I didn't think I had daddy issues because my dad is in my life. He doesn't live with me. My dad lives in a different country than I do, and it's been like that for a while. But like, he's still very, very present. I see him very often. So I just thought like, I love my dad. My dad loves me. We have a good relationship. I don't have daddy issues. Then I got into a relationship, and I was like, oh,
Oh.
maybe something is going on. Do you know what I mean? Then I realized so many things that I do, and I relate back to how my dad was in my life. It's like, oh, this is kind of reflecting itself. So I had to be, when we broke up, I had to like now be aware of it, and I deeped it when we broke up that, oh, this might be the issue.
daddy issues,
So I
yeah.
think I do, but obviously something I'm working on trying to get over. You know, it's a process. But yeah.
Yeah,
So
Chanel.
I feel like it's 50-50, like what Tito said, like he's there, but like not there to like the degree that I'd want him to be there, if that makes sense. Something I've like discovered recently is like your inner child. I haven't like read too much about it, like so I don't know like too tough, but like there'll be situations where like things will be said or are done and it'll trigger my inner child, but in a good way. It could be in a good way, like things I used to do I haven't done in ages, like I'm happy now, do you know what I mean? But it could be in a bad way, like even like I'm a type of person like confrontation. If we have something like an issue, let's sort it. It be that on friends, be that on anything, like let's sort it. I don't like peace. If you know me, I don't beef people. I just go by my own business, do you know what I mean? But then when you're keeping quiet, kind of like allows my mind to like run, and I'm thinking like, okay, you're gonna do this, you're gonna leave me, you're gonna do it, do you know what I mean? Like just reminding me of things like I don't want to be reminded of. Let's just talk it out and like go. So I mean, yes and no. And then, like she said, like entering a relationship, I think now prior to it, I didn't have a understanding of like what exactly like I didn't want, what I wanted or what I didn't want. But then someone said, the things that you don't want kind of presents as the things that you do want. So if you don't want someone that's going to like, I don't know, for example, hit you. Okay, I want a man that's gonna be respectful to like towards a woman. Do you get what I mean? Like those, it kind of plays out. But like healthy communication, like talking things out and all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of, yeah.
What about you, SharonAde?
Right.
Do you know what it is? I feel like, I always say this, I feel like as humans, we have such a false perception of ourselves. So for the longest time, I don't really give a heck. Do you know what I mean? I really did not think I did. But I think, you see, you guys were like, oh, enter relationships, da-da-da-da. But mine was hyperdependency. Not hyper, independence. To the max. Like, to the max. I think even, like, sometimes with my friends, it's like, I got it. Like I got it.
Yeah, I hear.
You don't. And so then I feel like, I always say there was somebody that was very instrumental in my life that really, like, opened me to be like, babe, to say, no, you gotta, let somebody help you. So I feel like that was how mine kind of like presented itself. So it was very much hyper dependency, very much like, okay, you can be there, but I don't need you. Do you know that sort of thing? And like, I think looking back now, I'm like, how do you expect someone to like feel valued if you're like constantly reminding them that like your presence or your absence doesn't make a difference to my life? Like, that's very like,
it's a slap in the face.
it is. It's very one way. Yeah.
It's okay when you're on the other end, but when you're on the receiving end, bro.
It's very much like, okay, then you might as well go by yourself.
Exactly. You don't need me then.
Yeah.
Marry yourself.
I want to marry.
Marry yourself. In a like,
Yeah.
it's scary. And it's very scary when you're put in a situation where you kind of realize it, when you have that aha moment. Because obviously, like
It's
you said,
scary.
everyone has this false perception of themselves. I don't know, and you kind of validate your own feelings in your own mind, and it feels normal in your mind, and someone's telling you like...
And that's why even journaling to a certain extent, that's why I always tell people that I stopped journaling for a majority of last year, because I believe that when you're the only one validating your emotions, it's also a dangerous place, because sometimes you're validating rubbish. Let's be so completely honest. Like sometimes you need someone to be like, bro, be so for real. The way you're acting is not normal. So I stopped journaling for a minute last year, because I needed like time away from validating my own self. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
No, yeah. I mean, with that journaling thing, I feel like I hear what you're saying, but sometimes when you put down how you're feeling and you read it back to yourself, you come back to the reality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to get it out there so you can see how you're feeling, first of all, and then you can read it back and be
It
like,
is very important. I'm not like dismissing like the importance of it. It is very important. I love it. I'm back doing it now. But I'm just saying sometimes over validating your own feelings can be quite a dangerous territory. But like, you said something like, when you have the aha moment, I say,
Wahala.
do you know?
No, it was so scary. Like, because for so long, like, because I was in a relationship, for so long, like, I thought I was right. Like, I was just like, this guy's crazy. Like, surely, like, the way I'm feeling is normal. I'm not the only one. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and the worst thing is you go talk to your friends that all have that issue.
Exactly.
And
they're like, yeah, no.
You're right.
Do you know what I mean? No. How can he? How dare he? Like, it's your way. Like, that's how I was, and I left, and I was like, oh, I want to say sorry. I didn't know. Like, can we go back and like rewind it? Like, I didn't know until I left. And like, oh, now I see my faults. Now I see how my daddy issues were playing in the relationship. Especially because I thought my daddy's in my life, so surely I don't have daddy issues.
Yeah.
But I did.
You did.
Scary.
And it was fun.
But I mean, now I've acknowledged it, so it doesn't really scare me as much. Like, being self-aware is this first step, and that's where I've been. So now it's just working on it. So it's grand.
And even like, sorry, Chanel, did you want to say something?
I think what you said with the self-awareness, I think I only discovered that recently. Like prior, it's kind of like my way or the highway. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking like this. It's just my way of thinking.
Sometimes till now.
Even till now, but it depends
changing.
on the situation. But like I think something was said in terms of like I don't feel heard. Do you know what I mean? And it's like when it's my part, like when it's on me, like I don't feel heard. What do I do? How do I react? Do you know what I mean? So imagine the other person on the receiving end of it, like they don't feel heard. So what do I need to do? So kind of like being like, okay, I have emotions, they have emotions as well. Respect their emotions as well, as much as I want mine to be respected. So
And I feel like I don't want to generalize, right? Because my mom, she hates saying the whole African parents thing. I think she just hates it so much. So I'm not going to say it because she's going to watch. But I feel like I don't think we were taught really like how to deal with emotions. Like, or even conflict resolution. And I think that really plays a lot in some of our relationships. I know for me, I had to stop this. And growing up, right, I always say I have two different types of childhood. I had a childhood in Nigeria. So I grew up in Nigeria. Oh, blissful time.
Sweet.
I loved it. Obviously, there were some things that happened that were a bit like, oh, boy. But then I think I came here and it was just so different. And I had to like start living, like, adapting.
Yeah.
And I think for me, so I was in Nigeria, I was always very, like, vocal. I was always able to, like, really express myself. If Tio did something to me, I'd like, Tio, like, we need to talk about it. Like, she now said, like, we need to sort it out. But then I think I started living with my mom. And her conflict resolution is silent treatment.
I hate that.
Oh.
I hate it.
Oh.
God knows.
Yeah.
I hate
And
it.
I think as well, now, obviously, growing up in that, then I think sometimes my friends would do something. I'm like, okay, I'll be silent. Yeah, and then sometimes I'd be like, I'll talk too much, but then sometimes I'd just be like silent. And then I think one time I was listening to a podcast and they were just like, silent treatment is a form of emotional manipulation. I said, oh.
It is. It is.
Like,
it actually is.
And I had to stop.
Yeah.
Like I said a few seconds, like at the start, like for someone like me, I overthink like crazy. Do you know what I mean? And imagine we've done something, like I've done something to you, and I don't understand the extent as to which I've done it to you, and you're keeping quiet. We're in the same room, deep room, we could be sitting here, and you're ignoring me. I'm talking to you. I'm saying I did this. I'm acknowledging this. You're so quiet. Like, and we're going on for hours. My mind is like, okay, so I probably done this, that. I don't know if it's true or it's not, but I'm going to believe that it is because you act. No, I don't hate. No,
No,
sorry, I can't do
100%.
it.
Or
I
even
can't
like
stand
it's
it.
when you act, when you brush it off, it's like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like, I get where you're coming from.
Then
It's
it comes
it's
up later.
Do you know what I mean? My thing is like, speak up, say what you're feeling right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, say what you're feeling, because everyone, like, let's not even, like, you can't bottle up things and think, oh, I'm letting it go. Because one
Wait,
day.
before we continue, are you talking about me?
No. Just from things, from friends in general, not just you. Don't worry. If it's you, I'll let you know. I'm just saying, like, if you hold it in, eventually one day it will blow. Do you
I
know
think that's what
I
men
mean?
do.
They do,
That's
and
what
it's annoying.
loads of men do. Then when it blows, it's like,
And
where
it's
is
the
it coming
tiniest thing. They'll
from?
not be like, I'm like, oh, babe, what happened? We'll just
okay.
I sent a long paragraph, and guess what? I got a long one back. It was even so long that I had to click one arrow to go, and it took me to notes. And it was so, yeah. I said, oh, so you're feeling like this? I didn't know men
Where did this come from?
Like, it was long. I had to go into notes. I was like, wow, I didn't know what to say, because how do you reply? Because I don't know. I'm so selfish, right? Now I know. I don't know. I wanted to call them like, oh, so I seen what you said. Did I speak about it? But I was just like, what do you want me to say? What part do I even address? Do you know what I mean? There was so much. I was like, yeah, okay.
I would feel like he hates me though.
Yeah, no.
100%.
Like, he kept it that long.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, every time I'm smiling in your face, that means you're hating me.
Exactly.
You're hoping that.
Or I did something, like,
Yeah.
I don't have no awareness, like, as to what
Yeah.
I've done.
Yeah.
And I do it now, and it's like, in your head, you're like, this girl has done it
I know
again.
that one. Let me add it to my
To the
notes.
list.
Right? No.
And then they'll be like, oh, remember when my memory is so bad when it comes to me. I don't remember. So what do you mean?
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
And if
No.
I remember, it's the way I remember this. So what are you
Exactly.
talking about?
That's the way I remember this. So
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, awkward. So
Nah,
awkward.
and even like I think even with the whole issue, right? I think somebody was saying like it really plays into the type of man that you go for, and do you
To
know
a
what it
degree.
is? Oh,
To a degree.
yeah, okay, and I think it's always easier to spot it on other people rather than yourself. So I remember I'd be looking at some of my friends. I'm like, girl, you going for your daddy, and that is not a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? But then when it's yourself, it's so hard to see because you're like, what do you mean? Oh, this is normal. Do you guys ever feel like that?
Yeah, 100%. Like, speaking about the friends as well, like, I know I have a friend who goes for unavailable men. Do you know what I mean? Men who is either, oh, they start approaching you, then all of a sudden they wake up one day, I don't want a girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? Or men who are
And
still in
then
love
when
with
it's
their ex.
when they like don't want you, that's when you start grafting even more.
Exactly. So many things. Like, it's like these guys are always unavailable for so many reasons because I thought he was unavailable. Do you know what I mean?
Even if it's
and
physically
didn't-
there,
and even though he could be present in the house, but if he's emotionally unavailable, I think that's even worse. It's better at least if you're not here presently, I know you're gone.
I always say I'd rather prefer that.
Yeah, than you like not being there emotionally, and that's the kind of guy she was going for. And I mean, like, obviously we'd say to her and everything, but you get defensive or you're judging on the fight. So
No,
I
because
left it.
it is a high topic.
No, it is.
It is something. It's
How do you
not
tell someone, but you were basically just telling her you have daddy issues, and she was just like, huh? Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of
Don't
like,
tell me.
yeah, not me. My daddy's in my
No.
house. Do you know what I mean?
Can you not see where you're coming from? Can you not choose a better place to go? Do you know what I mean? But it's obviously hard because that's all you know. Do you know?
I was saying to a degree because I feel like it gets to a stage in your life, depending on your upbringing, do you know what I mean? But it gets to a stage in your life where you choose, like, or say to yourself, I want better for myself. Like,
Yeah.
I was brought up in so and so environments, but that's not how I want to live my life. Do you know what I mean? I think for guys as well, it's kind of hard, like their age, they kind of develop a little bit later in life. But
Yeah,
some
mentally,
guys,
physically,
but some
everything.
guys, like, no. But some of them do be like, my dad wasn't there, he wasn't present, do you know what I mean? But I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for the person, like, I'm going to be with. So I'm going to actually actively try, as of now, to, like, be better for myself and for the person I'm going to be with. So
Yeah.
I think,
Do
yeah,
you know,
it
you
depends.
see that whole, what you're saying, yeah. Like, I hear it, and I used to argue with my friend, because she's on the opinion of like, once you realize it, then do better. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just like, you realize it. Not everybody realizes it. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Not everybody is so self-aware. Do you know what I mean? So you can't say, oh, why does she keep going for niggas that cheat on her when her daddy cheats on her? When her dad cheats on her mom. But in her mind, she doesn't see what she's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
And she can't choose to do right because she doesn't even know what she's doing is wrong. So you can't really blame her and be like, oh, she's just living in that cycle. That's what she wants to do. But I just feel like not everyone's self-aware. Even me, when I even figured it out, I was still stubborn. Do you know what I mean? I was still like, nah, maybe I'm just thinking wrong.
You know, it's social media
Do you know
talk
what I mean?
again.
No. What do you mean? Daddy care. Like, some people are just not that self-aware, and not everyone's privileged to that. So be happy that you know that, okay, I want to do better for myself.
Yeah.
But not everyone's like that. Some people don't want to do better for themselves. So what are you going to do?
They like where they are.
They like where they
Some
are.
people-
And
it's
you
shocking.
you actually need to be okay with that.
Yeah.
I like that. You need to be okay with that.
Okay. If she likes the most bags for Gucci
Chanel,
bags,
what
what
do you
can
wanna
we do?
Like, I hear it and I don't hear it. Like, I've had situations with friends where, like, they'd be in a position and it's of no benefit to them. I'm not like, I'm better than anybody, but if I can see something that's wrong, I am going to say it to you, do you know what I mean? And like you said, some people are self-aware, some people aren't. But, like, if you aren't, I'm going to help you realize, Tito, for so reason, this guy is not good for you.
Yeah.
Whether you want to see that or not, I'm going to keep saying it.
But
I
you don't
know
seem like
you
a
can't
hater.
change someone that seem like, no, but I want better for you and you should want better for yourself. I don't get it. I want you to do better and
Yeah.
you're not doing the better. Are we not, like, on the same page? And I was going to go somewhere with that. I've lost my train of
Come
thought.
back to you. Come back to you.
Yeah.
No, but
Imagine.
I hear you because, and the thing is, but then you're strong, and I love that for your
Amen.
friends, right? Because me, after a few times of telling me that,
Yeah,
but
she's
not
very much, I'm tapping out.
bro. When you
I'll
come to me and
go
say that he beat
straight.
you, I was like,
What?
oh, what did you do? Why did he beat you? What did you do? What did you do? Oh no, it must be something that you did. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, don't stay with him, because
Did you hear what she said?
no, because
Did you hear what she said?
No, as well.
I said, oh, you don't.
No, I was trying to get my thought back because I was actually going
Like,
somewhere.
if he keeps beating you, I'm gonna ask you, what did you do that made him beat you? Because I told you, don't go for him, don't go for him, don't go for him. So what do you want me to do now?
So now you want to be patting her
I was
head.
just like, to empathize, I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm here for you, I'm listening. Because I'm tired.
I can't do that.
What, you keep advising her?
That's
no,
where
I
was going,
can't.
yeah.
I can't do that. Like, I can't.
So you just abandon her?
Or leave it to the side.
Yeah.
You decide, oh.
Because I feel like I can't watch you go into fire. I really can't do it. I remember that's one of the reasons one of my friends and I actually had a falling out, because I was like, this is like, girl,
Not
even a
good.
blind person can see this. What's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah.
And she really wasn't getting it, but I couldn't stand and watch her do that to herself.
Yeah.
And it was just, and then I think as well, what really impacted that situation was like, she had a lot of yes men friends. So I just seemed like the hater. But then at the end of it, she was like, oh, you were
You're
right.
right.
But
You're
like,
where you're
I couldn't,
coming
I couldn't stand for the duration of that.
Yeah.
So I'd have to like,
So what you do? Distance yourself.
I couldn't.
Cut off the whole relationship.
I didn't cut up to the whole. I just said,
But that's the thing, because like I hear what you're saying. I'm like, I can't see you walk into fire, but I'm afraid that you're in the fire, so I want to be around you. So I'm still some kind of support for you.
That's what I was trying to say.
I
Like,
can't
I'm
sleep
still
at
gonna
night.
stay.
Yeah, I can't sleep at night knowing that someone is beat. Let's just say this is just the example that we're giving. Someone is hitting you, and I'm just like living my own life. Like, oh, when she realizes, she'll come back to me. Do you know what I mean? So I always feel the need to still stay, even if I might be condoning it, but at least I'm still there. Do you know what I mean? It's not the best thing, but I rather that than
Stay,
like,
yeah.
because I think I'll be just so upset. Like,
Yeah,
I would take it very
is.
like.
Personal.
To me, it's like he's being me. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
So
so
if I was in that situation,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? I would have
Yeah,
left.
so it's just
Why
like,
aren't you?
what do you mean? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? Like, this is what's going on.
It's hard. It's honestly so hard.
But yeah, so the babe, she was like, what should she do?
I mean, she doesn't see the masculine energy. Like,
Masculine energy. That was on par.
that's scary. Imagine the guy told you that you have too much masculine energy.
But
Like,
I think
said,
a lot of
utter
us
with
do.
his mouth.
What did you say?
Okay, why would
I
you
said for a man to like utter with his mouth, like you have a lot of
masculine
Whoa.
energy. What do you mean?
I didn't do that. You know?
like, that's crazy.
I'm a manly that
What
way.
Now, do you know what? When someone said that to you, yeah. What do you even say? Do you say, oh?
Yeah, what do you say?
What
do you
do
know
you
that's
say?
an insult?
Brown to swallow
And
me.
you know what the issue with that is? You've come to me now, you've attacked me, so I'm not going to see the truth in what you're saying. You've attacked me now, so I'm just seeing the attack.
I'm gonna be defensive.
I'm going to be defensive.
That masculine
That
energy,
masculine energy, what
I'm
do you
gonna present
mean?
like that's what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
like, that's
But you
what's gonna
see, in that
happen.
situation, yeah, as it's in that. So what do you mean? Like, I have to go all the way down because
That feminine energy you
I'm
have,
literally
it has
I'm
to come
literally proving
out.
what you're saying, but because the first thing is like, yeah, scrub, but then I have to be like, so how? Because we don't gaslight you today. No, but honestly,
It's like,
like,
what did I do? What do you mean?
yeah. But I was just trying to explain myself, babe. You're just you're just misunderstanding. I even think though, I feel like even being like naturally opinionated or like being able to speak for yourself, already is
Comes
masculine.
off.
It comes off as masculine energy. So even sometimes when people say some of these things, I get it, but I don't take it
Get
too
it.
To a
tough.
degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm able to like separate what people are saying.
Yeah, I think with everything in life, there's always a thin line between you like being who you are and being the masculine energy that he's claiming that you are. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with you want to do things for yourself, but obviously on his side, he's kind of like I want to do things for you. So finding that equilibrium is the hard part. So like you said, it's hard. Where do you come from? Because I'm very opinionated. Even when I'm wrong, I don't care. I'm standing. I'm just gonna say it the way
From
it
a
is.
podcast I was watching, like, you know, the whole thing of like being masculine and having masculine energy.
Yeah.
Also takes a man to be able to like lead. Like, do you know what I mean? Like someone that can come in and be like, okay, I get it, you have all of this, but listen, don't forget that I actually but in a nice way, in a way that actually allows you to be like, okay, you know what, you're right. Like that's not gonna allow you or trigger you.
If you say this to men now, they're gonna get defensive.
Yeah, that's what
Because-
They're not doing a good job.
And the thing is, it takes. See, they're already hissing.
They're already shaking their head. They're shaking their
They
head.
know themselves.
That's what I'm
It
gonna
was
say.
like people forget that like, okay, you understand it. Like, okay, yeah, she comes from this. She has this trauma. She has this thing. A lot of letting your guard down and going into your feminine energy of your feminine era comes with being safe. If I don't feel safe
pure,
around you,
Exactly.
I'm not going to be feminine because at this point, when they pull up, people have to.
That's what I was gonna say. That man, he's not a man. Do you know what I mean?
Do
For
you
her
know?
to be, for even you, like I said, for him to even say, "Oh, you have masculine energy."
First of all, the fact you said it.
You said it. Like that's scary. And second of all, like the fact that she's overpowering you, or making you feel less than. Then are you really the man that she needs to be with? Are you really a man again? Do you know what I mean? Like,
The question is, are you the man?
are you the man? You know, because why would she let you lead?
Are you playing your role right?
Yeah, I always say like we talk about this whole thing of being submissive and everything. Like girls be submissive to a man that is worth being submissive for. That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like if you're worth it, then I'm going to be submissive to you. But
course.
if I'm taking charge, if I'm choosing where we're going to eat, and I'm choosing every then clearly I'm not the man that can do all those kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
and
Say it.
say it.
I just feel like David is probably tired of me preaching the same gospel every week, but I just feel like men have lost their masculinity.
Yeah.
When that, like, what did he call it?
Sassy pandemic.
Yeah. It's sassy, like,
Sassy
even the
pandemic.
sassiness aside,
Sassy
I just
pandemic.
feel
Whether
like,
they like it or not, we're gonna keep saying it
whether
until
you
they
like it
became
or
men,
not, and
become
not
men.
even, I feel like not even on a, like, we're coming for you sort of thing,
No.
but I do genuinely feel like men have lost their masculinity.
Yeah.
I feel like men don't know what it means to lead no more.
Yeah.
And that's why their foundation of what it means to be a man is from everywhere and anywhere. It's coming from the likes of Andrew Tate. It's coming from the likes of this. It's coming from the likes of that.
Scary.
And I think that's just like, it goes back to like we're saying sometimes fathers not being home is not just affecting the girls, it affects the men too, because they don't have a solid foundation of what is a man.
should be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A lot of them see what a man isn't, but without knowing it, without having someone that shows them what is a man, they replicate the same thing that they don't want to, they don't want to be. So that's why I feel like they ain't masculine no more, child.
Yeah, I was gonna say boys have daddy issues as well.
Serious.
I met up with the girls on Sunday and we were talking about, like, you know, men in their sassy man era. And one of the girls were like, someone was like, oh, when are you gonna take me for dinner? Like, you were coming to me as a man, you're saying to the girl,
He asked her,
like, when are you gonna take me for dinner? When are we going to like, do you know, like, naturally, if we're in a relationship, I would want to do that for you. But don't come and ask me when am I taking you out, like,
But the boys can say the same that way. Oh, actually, no, as a girl. Did you guys see that thing? Can I bring it up?
bring it up, what?
The cab.
oh yeah, bring it up,
I
because
didn't
we
see
argued
the
about
cab.
it. Yeah, bring it up.
Did you not see? So the guy he's taking her on a date, and she's like, "So are you gonna pay for my cab?" And he was like, "No, you find your way there."
No, he said that. He
going.
said that he wasn't driving there. I assume, from what I remember, he wasn't driving there. He's like, okay, I'm probably gonna get the train, the bus, or a taxi. So you two get a train, bus, or taxi. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, like, you pay for it. He didn't even offer to say, oh, how much is bus ticket? Let me give you the 20 euros. So she was just like, should she still go to the date? Even though he said that.
I would say yes.
I was saying that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
No, we didn't. Oh yeah, no, yeah.
No,
But
no.
when somebody asked me, I was saying like,
First of all, I just feel like, why did she ask?
how, what?
Why did she ask?
Yeah, because if he wanted to, he would have already, like, used the initiative to be like, I'm
if
gonna
he
pay
actually
for
wanted
it.
to, he would.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're not saying that,
Now it's like baggage. Like, no, now I don't want to do it for you anymore.
yeah,
Yeah. But some girls
you
are
should
very,
even cancel the date.
yeah. I mean, then like, okay, he didn't ask you, and that's an issue for you, so she shouldn't have been on a date with him in the first place. Do you know what I mean?
It was
So
a
some
first
girls are
date, I think.
It was a first date, so like if he
I
didn't
never
ask
know how long
you,
they were talking for.
And it's a first date. He might not
know.
like you after this.
True.
Or he might, and every day after that, he might pay for your taxi.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
True. Oh, so you think he should have paid?
No.
Oh, he shouldn't have paid.
No, it's if you wanted to pay, that's not the problem. She shouldn't have asked.
Really?
That's my problem.
Some girls are very strict about stuff like that. Cause I have friends that like if he doesn't pick her up, she's not going. If he doesn't pay for a taxi, she's not going.
You know what I've realized? There's men that will actually do that. Like there's
That's
a man
the
for everybody.
thing.
So
That's
if
the
that's the
thing.
standard you have, there's a guy that's gonna be there to
Exactly.
do that for
And
you.
you shouldn't have to be begging the ones that aren't.
Exactly. So she shouldn't have went on a date with him.
Yeah.
He's not the one you want. He doesn't have a car, and you're even asking him how am I getting there. So.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't have a car. It wasn't like, oh, I'm driving there and I'll meet you there. It was a thing of like, I'm getting the bus as well, so you two get the bus as well.
Yeah.
Do you know
But
what
then
I mean?
I also the thing as well is like I think few people also forget like when you're going on these dates, sometimes they're actually strangers.
Yeah.
So how many men will be
give you
picking you up?
address.
Will be actually picking to your address, like even on a safety thing. Like,
Yeah.
come on, just
Yeah.
come on now.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
go around the corner.
What?
Go around the corner. The
He
bus
still
stop.
knows where you live. All you need to ask is, you know that girl that leaves her house in the bonnet? Do you know her? No, literally.
Not
Yeah,
the
well,
bonnet.
yeah.
What number is her door? True.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some girls are just harsh. I think some girls are harsh on men. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not on men's side, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I think, no, I was looking at it. I was talking to someone last night. I was talking to one of my friends last night. And he was basically like, yeah, like, girls were giving us a tough time.
Yeah.
They were giving us, but is it that tough?
oh, sorry. They said yes.
They said yes. So.
do you know the issue with stuff like that is because there are niggas out there that will do it, like you said.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some
In a
guy,
heartbeat.
some guy doesn't care if your taxi is €100. He's going to give you 150. He gives 50 euro to buy
Buy food on the
McDonald's.
way.
He said, no,
Because you're coming by snack like on
sweets,
the
like,
way.
what's
Yeah,
going
buy
on?
sweets. Oh, top of your phone. Do you know what I mean? You were out with me kind of thing. And then obviously you're 95 and you can't afford to give out 150 because that's what a day's wage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard because obviously you might like her, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
some
can't
guy
wait
can
for
do it.
this. I can't wait to talk about this and
yeah,
see
some
what the
guys
boys
can
think.
do what she's expecting. So
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
And if you can,
That's unfortunate.
There's also a quote, I don't know exactly how to say it, but what I request or what I require, I can provide. So like I can do that for myself and I can do that for you. So I'm gonna need you to like, reciprocate that kind of energy. If you can't, then
But then so many girls can't afford to give somebody 150.
then
for
don't
it.
be asking.
oh, you say can't.
Yeah, can't afford it. But they'll be
Oh.
asking. Do you know what I mean?
And don't be asking, isn't it? Yeah. Like I feel like to a level, like you can't say like, okay, you're not working. You're not working, and I'm asking for X, Y, and Z.
That's why you're my man.
No, but still, you can't like to a degree. Like I mean, to a degree, but you want to buy
That's what
something
I'm saying,
as common
though.
as like Mars bars, like and Mace. You can't buy that for yourself. But you're expecting a man to buy you what? A chicken roll.
But it's happening.
I know it's
That's the
happening.
thing. That's what I'm
As
saying.
in-
It's happening. I could go into a relationship with no job, no career, no nothing. I'm
Girl,
with a man
and
who's
you-
established.
you
and I'll be
are
happy.
going to be even better than Jada Waiter.
Exactly. Like it happens.
As
Like
if
it's not fair for the guys that are genuine and like hustling.
Fair.
But there's some guys that they don't care. You don't need job. You don't need car. Just come as you are. Would I not go?
Like,
I
come
will
as
go in
you
a
are,
heartbeat.
baby. Come
Not
on.
me. I'm just saying like some girls out there.
Come
Not
on.
me personally. Like obviously I aspire to be great and everything. So what I can provide, I expect you to provide as well. But
Yeah.
some girls are just.
But then
Take me as I am.
I want to say
I am.
something. I want to ask something, right? This way is looking at me. I want to ask something, right? But then, like, if I'm able to do all these things, it goes back to like that thing of then what's your essence? And obviously, I'm not saying a relationship is like transactional. It's not about, obviously, there's a lot more that like emotionally you can support me, da. But it's not every day that I'm saying, babe, I haven't eaten, God will provide. Or maybe eat
Have
for
you checked
me.
the fridge?
Check the fridge.
Yeah,
Or
check
do you
the
have-
fridge. Did your mommy not cook today?
Or
Like,
cook something.
come on.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is, I'm not saying that's what I believe or anything, but I'm just saying from that point of view, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then what?
What's the purpose if you can't provide?
Even back to masculinity, is your masculinity not even threatened?
That's the thing.
Because men like to do all these things, but like they low-key want you to need
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
They
That's
want
the
you to
thing.
need them.
And that's goes back to the question of like, should people like that are broke date?
Oh, so we're going there.
And I'm just saying, like, because my thing is, if you
kinda
can't,
went there.
we kind of went there because now it's like, okay, if you can't afford a girl, don't get a girl. Like I see guys complain about that.
110%.
They
That
complain
shouldn't
about
even be an
that. No, but I
argument.
see people that you have a girlfriend, maybe even 2 years together, you're complaining, oh, expensive. But you got with her, you know what to expect, and you're still with her 2 years, still complaining, then break up
You
with
haven't
her.
done anything to change
You haven't
that.
done anything to change it, then break up with her. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you complaining? Be single. I know that you can be fasting at home because there's no milk in the fridge.
Guys, me, I want to confess.
What?
I'm a facade. I'm a stick by my match.
Oh, sorry.
You can be happy.
I'm a
You be
fake.
fasting together.
No, because you know that's the truth. I'm
Yeah.
actually, I'm a
No,
fake.
so would I, so would I, so
I'm a
would I.
fake. Don't listen to me. I'm a stick by
Yeah.
my man, child.
Yeah, but then,
But like, levels though.
Yeah, there's levels.
It has
to
to,
the
he has
yeah,
to be doing
yeah.
something
If
to.
obviously-
Or work, like actively working
Yeah,
on it. Like I want to
something.
hear I'm doing
if you
something
lay
and you're still at
home
home.
Monday to Friday, nothing else. Oh, no,
Then
come
come
on.
on.
But if I know that, I'm so sorry, I'm a facade, I'm a step by my
No,
man.
there's nothing wrong with that. But
Is
it's
that
different.
from the start or in between?
Oh,
True.
Like, are you going to
Was he
meet a
rich
man with
before?
nothing and he's coming to you? If a man approach you now with nothing, but he has a goal though.
What's
At the end of the
nothing?
day,
nothing? Yeah, what's
Yeah, what's
nothing?
nothing?
You can't have €0 to your name. Come on.
okay, not like €0, but like, maybe not on your level, but like he's trying. He has goals. December, he has like, a vision for himself.
Yeah.
Right now, he's like, what he's working on, he doesn't know, but like he's coming to you like at that present like moment.
oh,
Yes,
and
no.
he's working towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just a lot of people
He has
have
a
visions.
goal.
Oh,
Like,
he just has a goal.
like he has a
Oh,
goal.
he
Do you know what I mean?
No,
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
no,
Yeah, that's
no,
yeah.
It's not enough to just
It's
have
not
a
enough to just
goal.
have a goal. I have a goal too. But I mean, like if he's actively working
Towards
oh,
it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, babe, can I help? Can I support
Yeah,
you?
what do you
Like,
need help
I'm
with?
sorry, I'm
That's-
such a fake.
And that's the thing.
Don't
Like,
listen to
I remember
me.
I had a friend she was with a guy. He was in a year below her, but he was 24. So she was in third year. He was in second year. Right, and she was 21, he's 24. So obviously, maybe after secondary school, you probably didn't get the points you needed. Cool. So she used to help him with his assignments, and then it started to get to his pride. Because she'd read his essays and be like, oh, change this, dude. Oh, I have good sources for you. Because they were doing the same course, but he was just a year below. Then it got to his pride, and it was hurting him, and it was
Then
hurting the
heal.
relationship. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, but she's even believing in him. She's even trying to help him, but he's just like,
You see what I mean? That's sometimes the thing. You can't even help these people.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
No, but he needs to heal. Like, what
Yeah,
provoked you
exactly,
to, like,
to
what
be- to
provoked
be
that
angry.
pride?
Said
Like,
that
as
masculinity
these
is
guys
so
homework.
fickle.
yeah, he was getting really, really
No.
like upset and like, he was taking her advice because obviously he was on comment to her, but when she gave him the advice, she was
He's not such a
yeah, he was not happy.
Was it
Because
the
obviously
delivery?
clearly she's smarter than him.
Was it
and
the
he's like-
delivery as well, though?
Well, no, she was being nice about it. She was like, oh, obviously it's like, oh, babe, like, I have this, or I did this last semester,
Do you want notes?
Yeah.
Like,
do you
how
want notes,
else-
or I have this source, or do you know what? I have an intro that I follow this intro, follow this conclusion. And because if it was someone like me, I'd be like, this thing is rubbish. So yeah, clear everything, clear it. I started again. But obviously she was being nice about it and he was still upset.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, so what do you want me to do? I'm standing by you. You're saying you're sad because you need to graduate. You can't really work. When you're in school, you can't work as much as you can.
Yeah.
So now you have less money. And broke men are sad men. I hate broke men. They're terrible to be around. They're so
Do you
miserable.
know what? I want to
I
talk
hate
about that,
it.
but I don't know if I want to talk about that from a female's perspective or
that.
a male perspective. I feel like men, they're not going to want to hear this, but they tie a lot of their masculinity to money.
They do.
What's that?
Majority.
Yeah, they tie it. If a man is broke, you will know. He doesn't even need to
They're
tell
miserable.
Their
They're
face,
so sad.
everything, their
They're
demeanor, they're
slouching.
angry.
But then when they have money, they're doing like, whoa.
Where you gonna go?
Where you
Like,
wanna go?
And it's really bad.
No, it is. It's
Because
terrible.
then if you're tying it to money and then the girls are coming to you for the money, all of a sudden she's a gold digger. But that's all you presented yourself as, a
Yeah,
bank.
yeah,
And I'm going to use you
100%.
for that.
Yeah.
Not me though, but y'all say safe.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
Yeah.
if you've been paying for our dates, you've
gonna
been
have
paying, do you know what I mean? And you pride yourself on, oh, don't worry, babe, I got it. You pay for your petrol, everything, and now you're broke and you're like, oh, she doesn't even offer to petrol money. Like, boy, bye. Do you know what I mean? You've been doing it, so continue doing it. It's not like, maybe you're
no, but if they're broke though, but if they're like a hair.
Okay, but the thing is, it's different if you communicate to me. I'm like, oh, I don't have money, but it's like, oh, complain, like, how does she not even offer?
Oh, now you're again starting to get
Yeah,
out. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's complaining.
like, if you ask me, I'm gonna say, yeah, how much to fill up your tank? I'll fill it up for you. That's calm. Do you know what I mean? But don't get upset if you don't communicate to me. Do you know what I mean? Because you're tying it to the money to your emotions. But
They
to
do.
me,
They
I'm just
tie money
living
to their
life.
masculinity a lot.
Yeah.
And they need to hear it.
It's terrible. Oh no, broke man, scary.
And that's why it's always, oh, I don't want to get into a relationship until I have a girl down.
everything.
I'm just like, babe, heal.
First off,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
First
first
off.
thing. You're surprised that so many girls. Social media is fake. Do you know what I mean?
I know, that's what I'm
social
saying
media
to
is
people.
so
before
fake.
before you continue that, I keep telling everybody this every single day. Even me going right now, I'm fake. Because if you see me,
this is your host. This is your host.
This is your host.
And this is your host.
No, because if you see me coughing that much, just mind your business. But like social media is fake.
It is
That's
fake.
why I don't take in a lot of things people say on it.
Yeah, I've seen girls who pay for their vacation. It's not like they did half. She paid for his flight. He dare come to spend the money.
but they'll still post like,
do you know what I mean? My man,
They flew me out.
Yeah.
Get your man that can fly you out. Come on.
exactly. Her man is a bomb. Do you know what I
Come
mean?
on.
And she's standing next to him, and you're thinking, oh, he bought her
That's so
jet.
bad.
No, I'm sorry. But I've seen it.
We're actually entangling ourselves in the generational curses we're supposedly breaking. Come on.
No, but I just like social media is fake. Don't follow it. Like, do you know?
Don't
what I mean?
follow it,
Don't follow
honestly.
it. Like, if
There's
you
some
have-
things that we say that it's actually true.
Yeah,
but
no,
some
it's
things
true.
as well, you know,
Like,
because
if you need to pay for your half of the date. Do you know what I mean? You,
like,
Stop there.
like,
oh, you know,
hold it.
you
No.
would never, not on the first date, but like if you guys are in a relationship, You will never pay for anything.
Not never.
Not never pay for anything.
But I'm not doing half.
I'm not doing half.
So what would you do?
Let me just pay it. It's okay.
Do you know,
you
I'm
pay
sponsoring.
everything.
Yeah, I'm sponsoring this one.
Okay.
I've got this one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I mean,
And then
contribute.
He now say, "Oh, babe, you add
You got this, that.
Come on.
No.
It's okay.
Imagine.
If it's not bad, babe, it's okay.
Let's not go.
Would you? Oh my God! Before we go, would you guys give your man like the card to tap?
My card.
Yeah.
No,
To
that's
tap.
ghetto.
What do you mean?
Like, see, like if you're in a restaurant and he can't but he wants to be the man. Like let's say for example, I think we talked about this before. So we're like as a group of friends, we went out for lunch or dinner with our man. Chanel's man tapped. My man tapped. Would you give your man? And your man cannot. Because it might be good.
So you give it to him so he can join in the.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if that makes him yeah.
You're giving him your card so he can join in
Do
the.
you want to stand there as everyone's man is paying and then you bring
I'd
out
rather
your
me
card?
tap that card and give it to him so he feels happy to tap it because everyone else is tapping it.
So you give him the card or you tap it?
I'll tap it. Like he's tapping because everybody else is tapping.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? I'll
Yeah.
tap it. I'm sorry.
So you won't let him join the squad?
Why are we like this is you saying it like in relation to like faking it. Like why are we? Do you know what I mean?
Would you let him tap it?
And how would you do it? You go about like this.
No, it's not even a secret.
like no.
How can she say that? I mean, I give it to if that's what makes him happy. And to me, it's even my own pride that's doing me. It's not even him. I don't care about
It's
him.
not even
You give
about
him the
him.
card.
Pride.
Would you give him the card?
Yeah.
I think I'd give the card.
Yeah, I would.
I'll be so
And is
fair.
this a discussion prior or it happened? Like if it's something we discussed prior. Okay, I would have given you the card prior, but not in the midst of everybody. I'm not giving you the card because you want to join in.
Oh no, obviously, like I'm not gonna be like,
I'm not
I went
gonna
to
be
the
like,
table.
oh, babe, here's my card.
Take this. No, obviously not. Like it's, I won't lie.
Yeah.
I'm saving my face. I'm so sorry.
For all you guys know, I could be holding his card. You don't know what name is on that card. It could be his
Yeah.
card I'm holding. Like, oh, here's
I
the
don't know.
card,
I would like
okay.
to say face. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll let him
I'd
take
say
my card.
face, I'll let
and
him take my
we can
card.
Pay. Like, then we can go home and discuss it. But right then and there.
Oh, there's a home to go to.
Oh. You live in there. I'm dead. Even you to clear out your savings if we're going out with my friends, please. Like, what do you mean?
But why would you go?
That's the issue. First of all, like,
That's
why,
what I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
the
why are
issue
we
is
there
why did
now
you
in
go
the
if
first
you can't
place?
afford it? That's the issue. Why did you bring?
You shouldn't
them?
be there.
But the thing is, you can afford it. He just can't.
Then we will not go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not available. We're doing honeymoon.
Something
else,
right?
We're doing something else. Like we're not available.
Or if it's one of those days that we're going on that I'm sponsoring, that's why I said I will tap it. Like I don't have an issue in tapping it, but let's not act like he has it. Do you know what I mean? When he really doesn't.
Yeah. So you don't mind people thinking your man is broke?
That's the thing, because the
I wouldn't even say-
the girls will go back and be
They're
like,
gonna
oh my
not
god,
even
did you
when
see?
I got into the car with my man. Did you see?
As we're leaving the restaurant.
Did you see that?
But yesterday, what was I doing though? I might have not posted on social media. I could have done on a dinner day something. Could have paid so much.
But I don't know that.
You don't, but I do.
Oh, you're strong.
Yeah, she's very strong.
You're very strong.
Because as in, I'm kicking my man from under the
Bro.
table right now. Like,
I don't
Can
know.
you see?
yeah.
See, for people that mean, me too. I mean as well. What can I say? Like, if you tap and you don't know your man, I'm just gonna be like, so how many dates did she pay you for? That's what I'm thinking.
Bro, you
But then
start
I
asking
know,
the style
like
of
again,
question.
being
Yeah.
strong, but I know the
Yeah, you
reality
know,
of that. Like this
yeah.
might have been the first date I paid up for, like out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
I love that. Anyway, final advice for that babe.
Oh, you probably had that issue, so just like, I try to acknowledge it.
Said she doesn't understand the concept. We didn't
daddy-
dissecting the question. We didn't dissect it properly. Like said she doesn't understand the concept of it.
Did you
Daddy
not explain
issues.
it?
So like in the midst of all the men she's been with, like what is the acknowledge what it is that's reoccurring. Do you know what I mean? And see where
Yeah.
it stems from. If it's
Yeah.
again the silent treatment or like how you guys like resolve like conflict, whatever. Where did that stem from? What's the earliest like memory you have like when you were a child? How
Yeah.
did that present itself and how does it present itself now? Like start by taking
Small
each
by
thing
small.
as it is and understanding the meaning of like daddy issues. Like what
Yeah.
exactly is the meaning of it?
And if you don't want to term it daddy issues, it could just be issues that you have when it comes to relationships. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just like
Because
write
that's such a hench word.
Yeah, it could be a very overwhelming word, and you might not want to admit to it. But you could just start off with things that you do that people perceive wrongly, or people have complained about in the past. The masculine energy, like, see, okay, what was I doing that was so masculine? Then I see, I was doing this, I was doing that. Start with those small
What
things.
is even like, yeah, how can, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? What was it
What
that
is
he
masculine,
was?
yeah.
And he could just be
Insecure.
exactly.
And it's projected onto you.
Yeah.
Some
so
people just
you might
project.
not even have any. You might be perfect, babe. You're probably perfect.
So
I
that's
think
why
you're perfect.
again, know when to take stuff in and when to just be like, that's a you problem.
Yeah,
Do you know? So
yeah.
obviously be real with yourself, dissect the problem, and like be honest with yourself. Like, do I project these or do I look like this? And then if you feel like you do, work on it.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like you don't,
You're
have to say
fine.
bye bye yo.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So guys, that was chaotic. It was
Quite
good.
hot. Like, quite heavy.
Like as in, I'm like, oh, but thank you guys so much for coming.
Thanks for having
Thanks,
us.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.